Welcome back to Poddy Talk,
the podcast where we shit talk ourselves. I'm Jack.
And I'm Tor.
And today it's a very exciting Would You Rather edition of the podcast.
We haven't played a game in a while.
I know.
This brings out our zesty energy and I'm very ready.
And to be completely honest, you know, we've talked about this quite a bit. Our format has changed since quarantine. We don't have our guests anymore, and that always kept things so exciting, and we loved it, and we just cannot find a great solution remotely. So we just have more games because that's our default.
Again, back to last week's conversation of how is everyone else figuring this out. But then to be fair, I was even listening to some podcasts where people
They just sound bad.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I was even listening to Second Life. They have a lot of call-ins.
Yes,
like,
and
you
it's
can just
not
tell
it.
I know.
And to be fair, our podcast never has good audio, so we can never...
we can't
even go
worse.
back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
No, it's so
this is just
true.
where we're at. But to be fair, what I'll do to make this an extra zesty, juicy episode is I'll just be as honest as I can when I answer these questions. That's all I can give.
We always are. But before we get started, also just because it's right in front of my eyes, because we're going to be playing the game off our phone,
Yeah.
The new iPhone, iOS,
Like
14,
widget
16,
things,
wherever
yeah.
the heck we're at, the widgets are so fire. But I'm not at the level yet where I'm fully, like some people fully change everything.
I know, I'm not there yet.
And there's been the
But
running joke of like, how do you even call? Like, it's like, oh, it's an emergency. Here, use my phone to call. And it's
Right.
like, because everything looks different. Look at this one that I was sending to Megan, because she's been really going hard with her.
all on TikTok, like people have gone so viral explaining
Yeah.
like how to make it
Look at
aesthetic
this
and like
one.
cute.
It's like
so
completely
wild.
nude, so there's no icon. So it's like, you just have to know.
That's what it looks like.
And even the bottom bar, there's no names.
You'll have to put this up on YouTube so
know.
people can see what you're
So
discussing.
that's the whole joke. When it's like, call 911, and then someone gets the phone, they're like, what? Where's the phone?
I mean,
Like,
I wouldn't want it to look like that, I don't think.
there is something nice about it, but I agree. Personally, that's almost too much of a mind boggle.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But overall, I have to say Apple, great work. And I am tempted. I'm not normally one who gets overly excited with tech, but lately I have been convincing myself that I need an iPad Pro with the pen. I want to become a digital artist.
Yeah.
I've been seeing on TikTok, everything goes back to TikTok,
Yeah.
all
The
these
inspiration.
Procreate tutorials. And I'm just so inspired by the iPad Pro that, and the thing is, I know there's like no use for it more than just like I want to get into it.
But specifically for art, you want
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But to be drawing faces and stuff?
Well, yeah, to like be sketching, but also to create like animations, and I could like
Okay.
create overlays for my videos.
Yeah, for your videos. Because
Like,
you do that, but just on your
do,
iPhone, right?
Yeah, I like do it like in a really like not good way. So I just
Right.
feel like, and I also like, I do actually love sketching and drawing, and I've never gotten into the world of like digital art. So I'm
Yeah.
like, the idea of it, TikTok has inspired me. So I want that, and I want the
Cool.
new iPhone, but I also don't, because I'm trying to
I
not spend money,
know.
but...
And that's the
I am
thing, you walk into Apple and you're $5,000 out no matter what you do.
Oh my God.
It's
and
crazy.
That's the thing. And I'm not lately a huge like techie, like I don't really keep up with it, but I've been having a craving. So this new update
I hate
now is
when I start to
me.
like crave something that I like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know you don't need it, but you like are craving it. That's the worst.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Ugh. It's like a sweet tooth that you just can't get over.
Oh my God, I had to skip the first question. So I pulled up, I have this like, would you rather game
Why?
app
What was
thing.
the first one?
The first one is, would you rather have a lisp or a lazy eye? Like, it just seemed like a little offensive.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. So we're
I
gonna
mean,
play
you
a little...
have a bit of a list.
I know, I was gonna say, I have a bit of a speech impediment, so that's a little too triggering for me.
too close to home.
Okay, this one I also did not like that question. Sorry, we're gonna skip. Oh
Okay.
God, I swear these were good when I just downloaded a second ago. It just refreshed. So these first questions that we're getting is, would you rather be a part of the army or be a part of the Navy? Like, what?
Oh.
I can't swim, so no,
Probably the army.
I think the army, but also neither. We're getting ads. I didn't pay for the app. Is this going to interfere with gameplay?
Oh,
Tori,
no.
entertain them as I deal with this. Entertain them.
Okay, well, guys, all I need to say is that there's a s'more machine that has entered my home, and I don't quite know how I feel about it because I keep looking at them every night. And I'm like, do I make a s'more right now? Like, is that what I need?
Okay, so I have a confession.
Yeah.
I actually used it, and then I decided
How was it?
Well, you put a little tea light in
Yeah.
it, right? So it like takes a bit of time, and I go, oh, I have a gas oven. So I just turned on the flame of my oven and just did it 5 times quicker.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, and now it's actually a bit dangerous knowing that I could just make a s'more. Like, it takes 2 seconds. Turn on the gas oven, boom, s'more.
But do you feel like that always freaked me out because it seemed like a little gross? Because the gas with like the propane.
To be fair, I cook my food on it anyways, but there does... I think it's more like...
Oh, yeah, true.
I don't know.
But like...
It does seem a
in
little wrong, I will
container.
say.
Yeah.
I will say.
Right.
Okay, we're back. The ad is over. Would you rather spend the day with your favorite athlete or spend the day with your favorite movie star? I feel like we're both going to say the same thing.
Movie star.
Athlete! Okay. No, movie star for sure.
Absolutely.
Who's your favorite movie star? I actually don't know. Who's your favorite movie star?
like probably
Depends on the moment.
Yeah, it depends. I love Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah.
Like probably would love to spend the day with Bradley. Love Matthew McConaughey as well.
Okay,
even
you
though they're
need
one
to
and the
watch
same.
this YouTube video.
And then I also love Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
And Shy. So you just know the answer.
I just know
Shia
it.
LaBeouf.
Would you rather lose your mind or lose your significant other?
Oh,
damn.
mind. Probably mind, because then you don't know. Like, you're too aware if it's your significant other.
I would rather lose my significant other. I also don't have one right now, so that's easier to
That's
say.
an easier answer for you.
But it's like you actually would rather be like a bit of like
A crazy?
brain dead?
Well, because you're living with the sadness
that
/ depression of that. I don't know. Hard answer.
is.
Hard question.
I could see it going both ways. Have a broken heart or a broken bone?
Ooh.
Oh, depends on the moment.
Yeah, it depends.
What bone?
If I could choose, probably a broken bone.
I'm gonna say heart, but I also think I could go both ways depending on the moment. Wrestle a lion or fight a shark.
Jesus.
These are kind of crazy.
How did you choose
I don't
this
know.
game?
It started a bit better. I'm gonna be honest. They're a bit
Wrestle
more
a
introspective.
lion or a shark. Oh, definitely a lion. I'm a Leo at heart. I'll speak to it. I'll whisper to the king.
I would rather wrestle a lion because
the lion.
Oh no. What are you more afraid of?
King. I'm more afraid of sharks.
I feel like sharks actually have a really bad rap. Like they're turned out to be these like horrible creatures, but like they're just the apex of the ocean. We need them. We can't like.
No, absolutely. I'm not.
But I also can't swim well,
Like,
so I would
let me
die.
be clear. Protect the sharks. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
I don't know.
Have you ever seen like those shark diving cages where people go in those cages and they drop you in the water and then sharks come around, but you're like in the cage, but then they bite. Do you know what I'm talking about? I feel
Yeah,
like you're not
I don't know.
gonna-
I don't
okay.
listen. I don't watch Shark Week, or any of that.
Oh, see, that's super fat. I just like watching, you know what I'll get into a stream of sometimes? I'll watch videos like people that almost died but didn't. Like,
What?
that sounds dramatic, but like moments like that where like something could have gone horribly wrong or a car crash could happen.
I would
but then,
never
like,
wanna watch
something
that.
safe, but then it's beautiful because then something like happens to
though?
fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Love it.
You guys know I don't watch TV. I just watch YouTube, and that's very telling to it. Okay. Oh no. Are you okay? Maybe this
Is
okay.
the worst game ever?
Hey, I was working hard to think of something good. This is good. Would you rather? This actually makes no sense. Would you rather be an Olympic gold medalist or have a pause button on your life?
Oh.
Would a pause mean like that moment stays forever? Or literally everything's frozen?
You just pause, like Click. Have you seen
What's
the
the
movie
point?
Click?
Yeah, like a really long time
he
ago.
ruins his life with his converter. So I would say You know what's really weird? Wouldn't that be a good thing, be an Olympic gold medalist? Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. What does pausing any moment help you?
Yeah, like how is that actually a good thing?
I don't
In my
think
head,
that
it's a
adds any
bad
value.
thing. So we
Olympic
would both
gold
be
medalist.
literally standing on the
What do you think you would do if you
tripod.
actually had to train for something to be in the Olympics?
I would cry.
I think I'd be a skeleton.
Oh, you do
No,
skeleton?
I'm kidding. No, I think I would probably to be a gymnast.
I think my body screams pole jumper.
Shut up. That's the last thing. You probably like a
5'1"
and
and
like a figure skater or like a
catapulting
rhythmic
forward.
Yeah, like what about like a no? You're not gonna be a pole. I'm gonna tell you
Guys,
right now.
I would just
Why?
be on the hockey team, film a hockey.
You think you would? You can't. Can you skate?
I would maybe figure skating. I would just
I
look
think figure-
fabulous in different dresses.
I
Like
feel
that's
like
what I
you're
would
like a-
offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you've got rhythm, so I feel like that's a good. What
I mean,
about
gymnast
gymnast would be so good.
Yeah. We could do swimming.
Oh, no, I
what is
can't.
the one where we do
A
the like
synchronized swim?
synchronized swim, yeah.
We have oh my god, being a diver would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would.
You always do this and it scares me because you make me feel like it's broken.
It's not.
What are you doing then?
You make me feel like a natural.
But honestly, what are you doing right now?
I was just confirming. Okay.
Oh, okay. So gold medalists, both of us.
Yes.
Yes. Definitely Summer Olympics though. I feel like that's more a vibe.
Summer Olympics.
Oh Jesus.
Screams my vibe.
30-second, fill this up. We've got another ad. Jesus Christ.
I think you actually need to not
Find a better game?
Yeah, like not bring this into the.
Okay, well, what was it good? I was gonna make us do a quiz or something, but we've done so many quizzes. I
But
feel
the
like
thing
viewers
is,
don't
what's
want
What's that game that they play on? No, Conan, is that his name?
Plead the Fifth.
Yeah.
Andy Cohen.
Or the other one where they ask questions, they have to eat their way if they don't want to answer the
fill
question.
your guts or spill your guts?
Yeah, I love that
Okay,
one.
but that's going to need a bit more prep. I'm going to let you know. We can't do that on the fly. What are they advertising to the... Is this a tadpole?
Why? Because it could be a question and then you have to plead the fifth.
Yeah, but I'm
or
saying we would need
answer.
to prep properly for that. This was, we go, hey, let's film an episode, and we just Googled this and did no prep. It's okay, we're back. Good time filling. That was actually just her filling up the 30 seconds. Hey, we're back to the would you rather.
I hate this.
Would you rather, this is interesting. Always have to tell the truth or always lie?
Oh, always have to tell the truth. That's so easy.
Even if it was a hurtful lie, though?
Yeah. Even if it was a hurtful truth, you mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. Truth for sure.
I mean, I don't feel like I lie very often. Like, it would have to be like...
I feel like I'll do like little white lies. I'm very fine to admit that. Like if someone's like, oh, do you like my new haircut? I would never be like, no, it looks bad. Like if someone was asking my genuine opinion beforehand, I would be honest. But if it was something that was already too late, like I'm not going to actually be like, no, I actually don't think that's flattering. You have a diamond shaped face and this is a square. Like I would never say that. But like to be nice, which maybe sounds backwards. I'd lie to be nice, but.
Right.
But if someone asked truly, like, and they're like really going at it, then I'd be like, yeah, no, dude, like, you got a diamond face shape. Like,
are you trying to tell someone out there with a diamond face they need to?
Yeah.
Well, have you seen on TikTok? Everyone's been so obsessed with the curtain bangs. Like this is like
I know, and it's making me feel like I want them. But again, I've got a large face. Like I've got a round face.
I don't think they're for us.
I know, and then you have to blow. Like if they're blown out every day perfectly, they look amazing.
It looks good when they're done. But yeah, I saw someone do a TikTok and it was very funny because she was basically saying,
don't get
it because if it's not a professional blowout,
it's not
you
gonna look as good as the first time.
A wacko. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Tor, would you rather be a robot or be an alien?
Oh my god, I actually hate this game.
I know these aren't good questions.
This episode actually just needs to end.
Should we just Google?
Spend the rest of your life in prison. Spend the rest of your life as a slave.
That's what I'm saying. Like this, I don't think this app is
good.
Okay, wait, this is actually a funny one. Get $10 for every good deed or get $100 for every bad deed.
I would say
What's the bad deed? Like
lying?
Farting on an airplane. Like something that's just not socially acceptable.
Do you fart on airplanes?
No.
Do you poo on airplanes?
I mean, if I had to, I would, but I feel like, if anything, you know what, I have travel constipation.
Ah, yeah.
So I get a little bound up, from the pressures.
Right.
Why, do you have a rule that you can't poo on an airplane?
No, I don't feel that way. I would agree.
I have to be honest, something about bowel movements, I just feel like they can't be interrupted. There's no you gotta just let it be. Having healthy poo is such a sign of a healthy system, and you just gotta go.
True.
That's very true. Actually, we are advocates. We should make merch that says, have a healthy BM today. Instead of like, have a good day. Hope you have a healthy BM.
I feel bad for people that don't poo.
A lot
for
of people
like
have
2
shitting
weeks.
problems.
Or like for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's crazy. Maybe 3 or 4 days.
No, people will not go for weeks. That is a thing.
Ew.
It's just, it actually is like shocking.
Nasty.
But they can't help it sometimes. It's sad.
Take a
fiber.
Rancho Relaxo.
No, you need fiber, water, or go see a doctor.
Now we're gonna get a
colonoscopy.
Guys, a colonoscopy makes you a skinny legend. So, take it for what you are.
Oh, I didn't mean a colonoscopy. I meant an enema. I said the wrong thing.
Yeah, colonoscopy is more medical. Like when you're seeing if you have a problem.
I was gonna be like, you've had an enema?
In the arse.
I remember watching, My Strange Addictions. That was a fucked up show. I just loved TLC at the time. Like they would put out the craziest shows, right? And I think they're all actors. Like they can't be real, half of them, right? Like Trisha Paytas was on it. Like it's all fake, I think. But I am still entertained as a child nonetheless. And one of the people, they were addicted to coffee enemas, which basically just means they would take a little tube of coffee. They would make, a French press every morning. Okay. Lay down on the bathroom floor, coffee enema up the butt, and cleanse themselves. So they flush the coffee, clean out the system.
Whoa.
Yeah. And this woman was addicted to doing it like 4 times a day.
But what is that bad for you, obviously? Because you're cleansing too much.
Well, I mean, I actually, to be fair, don't know much about just enemas in general. I don't think I think it's just like water normally. Someone correct me. But like this woman specifically preferred coffee. And I've heard of the thing before.
Yo, people are so weird.
It's definitely niche.
Like, I just feel so normal sometimes. Like,
when you see people like eat their couch cushions. I remember there was a couch eater. Yeah. Someone would eat like clay.
Ew.
There was a lot of oh my God, I remember specifically. This is so weird.
Why do you watch this?
As a child, that's what I'm saying. I never liked traditional TV. Like I like weirder, like documentary, or like, you know what it is? I like things that I at least am being told is real life. That's why I like reality TV. It's like movies where I know it's like going into it is fully like just a movie. Yeah. I can't enjoy it as much because I'm like, why do I care?
Because it's narrative work. Like, what do you mean?
Well, that's what I'm just saying. Like, I don't have an answer. I know I don't enjoy. and that's hard. It depends on the thing, but I just know I'm more open-minded to reality, even if it's staged and I know it's fake reality.
Yeah.
The idea of being like, oh, this is real life, this is a documentary, or this is how someone really is. I find people, I guess, more fascinating. I don't know how to
Jaclyn
explain
is getting a bad rep in our friend group for
Why?
being someone that's not enjoyable to watch movies with.
Guys, I have ADHD. Like it's like I
True.
It's not my fault.
Do you have ADHD?
Okay,
Really?
actually, I really shouldn't say that because I actually haven't been properly diagnosed, but
But you think so?
well, I've grown up around some medical people in my family who would say that I'm just undiagnosed. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually am curious. I feel like in some ways it's like you could get tested for a lot of things and then find out you have all these things, but then would you
Well,
be
it's not
living
really
more
going to
into
help
the
you now. Like, I feel like if anything, yeah, like you are who you are and that's not
Yeah.
changing. Maybe it could be good if you had medication to watch movies with us, but otherwise, yeah.
No, I don't know. I do definitely have more of a hyperactive person. Or what's it?
Yeah, you're
What's
hyperactive.
ADD and
You're
ADHD?
ADH.
Yeah, the hyperactive one.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that just speaks to, maybe that's just me. Like,
And then what also was interesting and something I'm exploring as a friend on the back end is that I've realized a lot of my friends have OCD, and it's weird.
not you.
Yeah, and it's weird because I feel, so there's a scale, right? I would like of just how people would care about things, and I feel sometimes like I'm on the total opposite side of what people care about or
Right.
what they obsess over.
But this is what I'm saying, and I think we've talked about this many of times because I've talked about your desktop problem and you not
Yes.
putting things into folders.
Yes.
And it's not that we have OCD because I don't have OCD. I just keep things organized because it
Not
keeps
you.
me.
I don't think you do.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
saying,
You're saying-
I have friends
Oh,
that
I
do.
see. I see.
But I don't think you have OCD at all.
But it's
well,
your-
in some things.
But it's not OCD.
I've
It's just a
tackled your-
preference to be organized, and you just
Yeah.
it doesn't bother you. Which is
Yeah.
that's what actually bothers me that you're not bothered. Like, how? Because I'll be like, hey, Tor, can you find that video file? You're like, I don't know if it's on this card. Is it maybe on my memory card?
I think
Is it my
it's
computer?
my
I'm
like, I think it's my
what?
like laissez-faire approach to life.
See, to me, it's like digital clutter becomes brain clutter. Physical clutter.
So maybe that's why, because I don't feel that way.
Oh, yeah, and
like
I
my
do.
brain is so not cluttered. So even if things are
your
cluttered
phone,
around me.
We spent, oh my God, well, speaking of the new iOS update.
This is what triggered the
Yeah.
OCD conversation is that my phone in the
She had
iOS was
10
looking...
pages of mismatched random apps. Her phone app was in like a random folder on page 4.
But that's what I'm trying to explain, and I want to speak to someone about that. Why, when I look at technology...
Do you not care?
Do I not care? Not only from a desktop perspective, not only from like the clutter of other things does not clutter my mind, if that makes sense.
Like functionality. It's like it's not as functional to have an app that you use every day on your 7th page. But to be fair, I know myself, I personally am a very visual person.
Yeah.
And so if visually things don't, this comes to even like my actual house. Like I get stressed making decisions about like interior designer house because I know I'm so affected visually by how things look in my space.
Okay.
That if I've picked the wrong pillow, it will bother me. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm so visually affected by colors. And this speaks to my blue light movie thing. Like I can't watch blue movies because I'm so affected by that.
So this is what really
Like even when I
would look
think
at.
in pictures in my brain.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm not a visual person.
Oh, so like if I'm counting, I see the numbers in my head,
But
like
then
in
this
colors.
goes to the research we really should be doing, which
What?
is what are the other options? If
Right.
you're not a visual learner, you can be a tactile learner, which I don't necessarily think I'm a tactile learner. I would love to explore.
Because there's like you can learn by listening, learn by reading, learn by doing, learn by.
I think I'm a learn by doing. But it's weird because my brain works in such weird ways. Like I have a very like photogenic brain in the sense that like when I see something, so I'm visual
like a
in that
photograph.
way.
Yeah, 'cause
like
you
I
can
see the
memorize
world
things
in
great.
pictures.
Yeah.
Like or like
And
when
you're
I
good with dates and like
like if I
timelines.
see a road.
Oh, well, this speaks to what you're good at, and this is how we're so opposite. Like, I like to write things down and visually have it in my calendar or on my phone. Tor will never write down anything in her calendar, not on her phone or like physically. She'll just be like, oh, I know on the Saturday at 2 p.m. I have something. I'm like, what? Like, that's just not how my brain works.
Yeah, so I wonder, and that's
But that's
the
what I mean.
question.
You're organized
like, I don't
in your
know.
way. It just doesn't make sense to me, and my way doesn't make sense to you. And there's no right or wrong. It just
No,
it just
absolutely.
does stress me. I will say.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like my like lack of care for digital organization is just something I'm looking to explore. And also wonder, like I would actually like go to a therapist and talk to them about this. Like I wonder what that stems from. Like why do I not care? Because to be honest, I really like that I don't care. I think that like I see my boyfriend or
It
like
can be more on the anxiety end if you're over.
Yes, like I think I like part of why I'm so chill in life and why I don't suffer from anxiety or like give myself extra stress is because those things don't get to me. Like I don't feel anxious about it. I look at my phone and hey, I just find the app. Like that's it. Like I'm good going to find it when I need to use it. And but like, that's how I see life, right? It's like, when you need it, you'll figure it out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, could I have it be perfectly organized? Yes. But then, like, what's the fun in that? Like, I don't know. I'm very curious. I would love to discuss this with a professional.
I think you're definitely on maybe more the extreme end. I think I actually am maybe more in the middle. Like, in this conversation, I'm obviously on the opposite end. But yeah, you see people even like a Megan or they definitely more on the OCD, like, perfectionist
OCD is
level.
like when it starts to bug you, which is what I was discussing with her. Like, she gets physically like uncomfortable if something is like
I'm
not
just like,
clean.
oh, it's easier if it is in a place that makes sense. So then it'll just be easier for me to find or more useful, like, or more efficient, which I'm like, oh, practically that just makes more sense. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
But it's not like I just downloaded that new app. It doesn't bother me that it's not in a folder of games now.
Right.
Like, that doesn't
Which
bother
I think
me.
that, like, if someone on a
I will
major
tonight
scale,
go home and delete it and get it off my phone, whereas you would leave any app on forever.
Oh my God. See, yeah, that's
I
so
know.
weird.
Well, I was cleaning up her phone. I was like, she doesn't need that app. It would be like, you know when it has the iCloud symbol? It means you haven't used it in like 6 months. You would have so many, like, you have pages. And I'm like, delete.
I literally don't know what the answer is. And yeah, I'm by no means saying that this is the way you should all live with
No, but I think it
no
is
care
on like
in the world.
a more like psychological level, very actually fascinating. And it's like,
that's more what I mean. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, was it something that my parents did to me as a kid? Like, were they not, like, did they not make me feel like I had to do something? So, because I don't think any of us are like that. Like, my sister's not like that. Like, none of us are like really weird about.
I'm saying this obviously with, I mean, I didn't go to university. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. But I do wonder if, like, when you're born with, like, you know, a fresh brain out the womb, it's like, do you have like 5 different stems of how you would think or how your brain responds to well, and does it just need to be stimulated, and then that's like, it makes the bridge, makes the connect, and then that's how you think? And if it's not stimulated at a young age, then do you like lose the ability to like think that way? Or like, I actually don't know how the brain works. And like, yeah, is it because you're taught a certain way? Are you, when you're born, predisposed to, you know, have those certain, even like anxious, like all of those, even like mental health issues? It's like, I know there is a lot of conversation about like things being passed down and hereditary, but you do wonder, it's like, oh, is it just because you're in an environment that also breeds that or helps stimulate that? Or is it, were you from birth going to have this condition or this medical whatever at this age? Like,
yeah,
that's
it's so weird. And like, I know my dad is the exact same as me. Like, he has like one notebook and there's like different scribbly note. Like, I'm just the exact same. Like, and to him, that's like organization, and that's like the way his brain works. And like, I mean, he's like one of the most successful people I know. It's never like hindered him. But then someone like my mom, who's much more like everything should like be more in its space and like everything's organized and clean. But they never, I guess, like as kids made us feel anxious about it not being that way. So maybe that plays into it. Because like, I even know like Meg has discussed like, like her parents making her like feel a certain way if something wasn't clean, or even like learned behaviors that you do, like the Dyson of the obsession that your mom has. And it's like, it's so subconscious, but you notice what the people in your life do, and then you inherently kind of do it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it used to never bother me about cleaning, especially when I lived at home. I would never think about it. But also that's because I was always in a super clean environment, and my mom would clean like crazy.
Right.
And then now that I'm home, like, or on my own, I wouldn't think about it. But then my mom had made a comment one time. She's like, well, then don't you think when you have a bunch of guests over and then you think of everyone using your toilet, and especially now in COVID era, you're like way more conscious of it. And I do it 10 times more now. But then after that, I was like, oh, that is true. You have like kind of 10 people in your house touching all your things, like germs like.
Oh my God, I see. I did not think about that at all.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I am like, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so on the other side of it.
It's not because I'm like whatever anxious about, but I'm like, oh, I just should clean it now. It's probably dirtier,
I guess. But yeah, see, like, I'm glad I'm just saying, I'm glad my brain does not occupy.
I hope some of you guys are studying psychology and can comment down below what's
comment
going
why
on.
Jaclyn and I are 2 different people. But I think that's what's interesting too, is that like, like there's no right answer at all.
Exactly.
It's just to everyone's discretion.
And that's why you kind of think of like how there are certain like geniuses in certain whatever categories, or people that are so talented in certain ways. It's because people's like, their brain is truly maybe more of a creative brain, or they think more visually, or like it kind of all makes sense, right? Like, I don't know, like even things like simple things like, I ended up loving makeup. I always used to love painting my nails. I ended up going to school for like makeup, lots of visual things in my life. Growing up, I loved like performative, like more athletic things that were performative and had more of a visual aspect to it. So it's like, is that because my brain, the way that I think and the way that the world exists in my brain is all visual. So that's why I'm more likely to pick things. Like, I don't know. Yeah. But I'm sure there is a correlation like that. Like,
or maybe it's just more of a correlation to like happiness. Like, like if you are a visual learner and something is visual to you as a kid, then maybe that's what brought you happiness. So you naturally fall into those paths in life. I don't know the answer. I just think it's very interesting because over the last few days,
There has been a couple of things where like,
it was like the phone and like there's multiple things that I
Yeah.
just literally would not even think twice. Like if someone said, "Hey, download the new iOS," I would have downloaded it and then just left it. Like I wouldn't have organized my apps. I wouldn't have like.
I'm glad we did that for you. But the thing is,
No,
you
and
do like it now
I
that it's
appreciate
done,
it.
like, well. Done well.
Yes,
instead of
thank
done
you.
good.
I definitely appreciate it. Do I think it affects my efficiency and or my life? No. Like I genuinely don't. And like I consider myself like a pretty effective and efficient person, but definitely in my own way. Like you're efficient in your own way, but we have two very different like approaches and also skill sets. But I also I don't know. It's like it's weird that we can both be efficient and do it, but just from a completely different like standpoint. And I guess it's also like strengths too. Like certain things I would not be as fast at if I'm not good at it. But like writing an email or writing an essay back in university, like I could literally do that in my sleep. Like you just lean on your strengths, I guess.
I agree.
I don't know.
Now something that I would love to know, Torri, is
Oh God, she's back to this damn game. I was literally trying to escape.
Would you rather sweat blood or sweat milk?
Oh God.
Ew.
Milk.
Both of them sound so awful.
Well, you're vegan, so but like sweat milk, like I'm sure when I'm pregnant. I'm sure when I'm pregnant, I will sweat milk.
Can you imagine sweaty upper lip, just milk mustache?
I mean,
sweaty forehead, milk. Like,
how do you feel about breastfeeding as a vegan?
what? That's the most natural thing.
Okay, so you're fine with it.
No, obviously, like your babies are meant to have your milk.
Okay, cool. I don't know how vegans like tackle that. I'm not sure.
No, that's of course the most natural thing.
She's still on the slide with the.
I know. I was thinking though, what would be? I guess I was thinking, sweating like cow milk.
Ew.
Sweating human milk.
It's coconut milk. I'm down.
Yeah, if I was sweating like coconut milk,
or
like
oat milk,
a little snack.
Ew.
Sweating blood. The thing is, I'm a sweater, so I'm genuinely trying to think what would it make my life worse if I was bleeding out of any crevice and like any sweaty.
Milk is light and watery, so it's easier to like function with that.
If it could be like a coconut milk, I'd probably
nasty.
smell good. Okay, sweat milk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these are actually kind of, stressful questions. Would you rather lose the ability to see or lose the 4 other senses, smell, taste, touch, and hearing?
Probably see.
That's really hard.
Because if you have your other senses, then at least you can still like enjoy.
Well, as a visual learner, I'm going to say I'd rather
you're
lose
a visual
the other
learner,
things.
yeah.
But that is super hard.
Maybe I am just not a visual learner. I don't know.
Wait, this is kind of relevant. Would you rather be always overworked or never have anything to do?
Oh my God, I'd always rather be overworked.
Same. I get bored so easily.
Same.
And I find I do this every year because I've been trying to be good, and every time around like December, Christmas time, I take like a week or two off.
This is not your time. December is never your month.
We talk about this, how December is the worst month of my life always. And
which is shocking because it's her birthday month, and I always am like, how?
But that actually makes it more sad, I think, when you think about it.
That makes no sense that you wouldn't just embrace it. Like, I don't get it.
I can't explain it. It just is what it is.
You need some more self-love for your birthday. Like, you've just got to like...
I can't even talk about it.
But why? Like, I don't know. Did something happen to you as a child? Like, seriously?
No, you know what it is? I don't like the whole, like, Christmas actually is super sad to me.
Why?
It's sad.
So something did happen. You have suppressed a memory.
I don't know. It just, something about the idea also of, like, the new year and, like, a whole year finishing. I hate when things finish. Like, I used to have a problem.
So you have a problem with change.
But no, that's the thing. It's like, I don't. But it's just more the idea of, like, I get like almost nostalgic.
This is what this episode should be. I become Jaclyn's therapist and I try to walk her through why she hates her birthday. I walk you through your
lack of OCD and I walk through like why I hate December. It's always so interesting because I feel like also in December it's like I feel like I go through a bout of seasonal depression and it's like dark out and it's cold and especially up here in Canada. So I feel like all of those things layered together. Something about it's like sad. I can't explain it. It's just like sad.
That's terrible.
What were we gonna say with all of that?
I don't know. Your birthday. We were discussing your birthday, and I said I would be your therapist.
Oh, always being overworked or having nothing to do.
Oh.
Long story long. I always try to take a week or two off over Christmas so I can spend time with family and reconnect and at least be around people so I'm not like in my head, right? But then always after 2 days of being like, and at that point I'm always like, it's the end of the year. I'm so tired. It's been such a busy year. I'm so excited to do nothing. And I'll even like write a list of things that I can't wait to do when I have time.
And then you never do it.
And then, well, I will, but then it'll be like by day 2, I'm like,
unhappy.
Oh, I'm like unfulfilled and like not like I'm bored again. So it's
you're just a workhorse.
I guess so. I'd rather be overworked, I guess, but also balanced.
Would you rather be a workhorse or be a horse in the pasture? Sorry, our camera died. We need to like seriously figure out our lives. I'm not really quite
Just
sure
don't acknowledge.
what's
They
going
won't
on.
even know it. They won't even notice.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, so would you rather be a workhorse, because I was just calling you a workhorse, or would you rather be a horse that chills on the pasture?
I'm going to be honest, I don't know what those means. And you know I'm afraid of horses, so.
Okay, so a workhorse would be like a horse that, for example, like pulls a carriage. Like you would be a horse that's like always work for hire. The horse is like either like in New York, in Manhattan, like pulling the carriage.
That seems unethical.
Or like pulling people. Like back in the old days, a workhorse would be like pulling the like humans. Or would you be a horse that's like in the pasture, similar to when we were at Whispering Springs last week, like a horse that's just eating grass and living its best life and chilling?
That one for sure. What about you?
Oh, I would definitely want to be a workhorse.
No, I feel like that's like.
But that's in spirit of my life. Like I am also a workhorse in life. So I
just actually think.
And horses, to my sister's credit at least, she always says horses, similarly to people, actually want purpose. Like they legitimately do not feel like they're being taken advantage. Like if that's your truth and you're a horse that lives in Central Park and you're pulling people around.
Say, but those ones actually, I feel like have had a lot of like scandals of being mistreated.
Okay, I'm using the worst example. I'm talking about like you're in the 1940s, you need a horse to get to your next location. You're using the horse as transportation.
Yeah.
That does not bother the horse.
I think overall, or I think in like places that are actually like done proper and like horses are taken care of, I can see that. But I just feel like there are many situations that they're just not treated right.
I mean, okay, that doesn't answer my question.
And I said it. I want to be the grazer.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Why? Why is it bad to be? What's it called? That type of horse?
Just a pasture horse.
Yeah, I want to be a pasture.
In a pasture. I can't know. I don't know if it's pasture. No, it's pasture. In the pasture. Anyways,
that's a hard word with my speech impediment.
More English.
Guys, that was the worst game ever.
Baby.
Yeah, I'm
worst
so sorry.
episode thanks to your game.
Dude, I was really trying. I didn't have much time to prepare. Okay, we'll be better next time. Is this our final episode before hiatus?
No,
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Okay, JK, take that back. Well, that'll just give some excitement.
We'll be back for more, baby.
Baby, bassinet. Okay, Thorn. A thorn is that it keeps on looking deceivingly stunning outside, and then you go outside and it's actually 10 degrees.
Yeah, it's
so that's
getting
like
colder
a little
out there.
shocking. A rose is, I did like a full face of like new makeup products that I've been wanting to try.
Nice.
And like, when you actually are pleasantly surprised by a bunch of new makeup, and it's kind of just like exciting to have some new makeup because I feel like I'm always so in routine. Another rose is I'm in like a good kind of headspace to start off like this week, and I feel like I have a lot of like good to-dos and like I'm excited and have
that's such a funny thing to say, good to-dos, like good to-do list.
Yeah,
that's
like
funny.
Some well-to-dos. I don't know how to use well and good still. I'm working on it. And something I'm looking forward to is Halloween energy.
Wow. Just in general, just
Halloween
Halloween
just the spirit
energy.
of Halloween.
I understand.
What about you?
A thorn would be that Adam had been like slightly thought maybe exposed to COVID.
Oh my God,
which was so shocking, but then turns out no, like it was actually totally fine and everyone was negative. Synopsis.
Yes, people understand.
Well, it was more just he was on set, they were outside, and I guess someone had come and entered and they were briefly there, but also had a mask on and they had come in contact. They thought that he they thought maybe that guy had tested positive, but in fact he was negative. But I guess it was just
a reminder or something.
Yeah,
maybe did, or there's a false test. So people were just. It was actually good though. I feel like that story, if anything, people were really good about going back and tracing their steps.
Yeah, and that's the important thing is like everyone
know.
is, being honest and transparent with like who they're coming in contact with. Absolutely. Like that's the most we can ask of people at this time. But also just, it's crappy when people like scare you or give you an anxiety that is not necessarily necessary. But all that being said, I mean, going forward on set, like I'm sure it's going to have to be more strict and more testing and just thorn in general. And then some roses. Ooh, I'm excited for just dinner in general. Like I'm just
today.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I just I'm feeling hungry, so I'm like could do and to-do list I could do. And then another rose is this was like a manifestation of campaigns, because I was telling Jaclyn at my birthday, my sister was talking about this like epic lip gloss and we were all like testing it out, and now I'm doing the campaign for the lip gloss, so you guys will see it. But
that's a good one.
I like when it's just like serendipitous like that and you're like, oh, actually this is
didn't we
a great
have a
fit.
podcast episode that we were like trying to manifest it? Was that one that you had mentioned? Because that would have been even more
that would have been really funny if we could go back and rewind it. And then I am looking forward to getting some more partners for the pod. Let's just put that out there.
Hey, we loved Herbaland. You want to come back on for another epi? We love your
Yeah.
product. It's always nice too when you actually get to partner with like
Brands we love.
genuine. Like when it works out, they're like, hey, I love this product. Do you want
I
to do something? And they're
know.
like, yes, we do.
you're like,
Versus the other way around. Like it's obviously nice when people come to you, but when you can specifically reach out to people you
know,
love
that's
and they're
the
like,
absolute
yeah,
best.
let's do it.
Oh, and another rose rose, I guess, is that I got the Aritzia like leather pant.
The vegan leather. Hell yeah.
And it's so damn good.
Now you're making me want to. I originally was already lusting after them. Then you were wearing them yesterday and they fit you like a glove. And I was like, damn.
True influence.
They're so fall and so perfect.
All right, babies. See you in the next episode. This is Poddy Talk Podcast. Get talk shit, get hit.
Where we shit talk ourselves. And remember, talk shit, get hit.
I don't think we can say that.
What?
Talk shit, get hit.
Is that that is a little violent. I think we should still work on it. What about like talk
Smack, get quacked.
Whack.
Quacked.
No, but it has to do with like pod, like the potty, like a toilet more.
Okay.
Like something about like
Poo your pants.
don't
Or
clog
potty
the
talk.
toilet. Don't clog the toilet. Remember, everyone, don't clog the toilet.
Don't clog the toilet with your drama.
Take a plunger to your life. Be better. We'll work on it, guys. Okay, have a good day, everyone. Bye.
Stay fab.